Donald Trump threatened to invoke the Insurrection Act this weekend and has been laying the groundwork since Inauguration Day. This would give him control to use military force against American civilians on US soil, but there's something much more sinister lurking under the surface. On his first day in office, Trump signed an executive order giving his Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem 90 days to put together a report on the conditions of the US-Mexico border, and specifically ordered them to recommend whether or not he invoked the Insurrection Act of 1807. Noem and Hegseth are serial yes men and have defended Trump as he's illegally abducted US residents and citizens. If he wants to invoke the Insurrection Act, as he's said he's wanted to do since 2020, there's no reason to believe they won't grant him that power. Trump's series of actions and orders since his inauguration have further solidified that his position is opposing courts and Congress and consolidating power in the executive. Through his enforcer Tom Homan, he's abducted thousands of people without due process, and so far the courts have either let him do it or his administration has ignored orders to return people to their homes. The refusal to bring back Kilmar Abrego Garcia is the most brash attempt to consolidate power from the judicial branch, what should be a co-equal branch of government. Kilmar's abduction and deportation were illegal actions. The Trump administration has admitted as much, but it was no accident. The Trump administration is using Kilmar's case as a trial to see if they can disregard habeas corpus, constitutional requirement that prisoners be brought before a judge. Even prisoners at Guantanamo Bay have the right to habeas corpus. But at CCOT, a massive labor camp Kilmar was sent to indefinitely, is run by El Salvador. And Trump's Department of Justice is arguing in court that since Kilmar is being incarcerated by another country, our laws don't apply, even though the US government broke its own laws and sent him there as our prisoner. If Trump is successful, and so far he has been, it gives his administration precedent to ignore habeas corpus when dealing with anyone they deem dangerous. The Insurrection Act gives the president authority to suspend habeas corpus. In Kilmar's case, gives him justification to send anyone to jail, an offshore black site, or CCOT, without due process, without habeas corpus, and effectively cutting the judicial branch out of the justice system. This is how a constitutional crisis comes to pass.